Okay, first of all, good morning to all of you. By the grace of great Vaheguru, let us start our today's session. Our today's I will start from the laser. I will start from the laser. I will start from the full form of the laser. What is the full form of laser? Light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. Light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. Okay. As you all know that there are basically this is basically a three-step process. The first process is called absorption or stimulated absorption. The second one is called spontaneous emission, and the last but not least is called stimulated emission. And laser is totally basically depends upon the stimulated emission. If I concise the whole features, now the first step is called pumping. The first step is called pumping. The pumping will cause the pumping will leads to a population inversion. Okay. The pumping will leads to a population inversion. And what is the population inversion? N2 greater than N1. N2 greater than N1 is called a population inversion. But see, we are interested in population inversion, but we are much more interested in a sustained population inversion. So I will write here sustained. But we are much more interested in sustained population inversion, and the population inversion leads to a stimulated emission. And stimulated emission further leads to a laser light. Further leads to a laser light. So this is a basic mechanism. This is a basic mechanism how a laser basically works. Okay. So yesterday we have discussed the pumping. We have discussed the pumping and different pumping schemes. Different pumping schemes, just like optical pumping and electrical pumping. What do you mean by optical pumping? In optical pumping we use a flash source. We use a flash source which is basically a source of emitting photons. Which is basically source of emitting photons of different frequency. Okay, frequency is related to energy. Frequency is directly related to energy. How? Frequency is directly related to energy by this equation E is equal to h nu. E is equal to h nu, and this is the equation given by the scientist. The scientist Max Planck. Okay. Now see, this h is called a Planck's constant. More the frequency of energy, more is the energy of that particular photon, and h is a Planck constant. Okay. Are you getting my point? Okay. An ordinary source of light emit all frequencies. An ordinary source of light or an ordinary flash tube or flash source, tube will exhibit all different frequencies. It means all different frequencies means all different energy. Okay. And this optical pumping is used in the solids only. Why in the solids? Because solid contains energy band. But electrical pumping is used in the gas laser. Can you give me the example of the solid state laser? This is the best question of the Viva. Can you give me the one example of the solid state laser? Ruby laser. Ruby laser is the finest example of the solid state laser in which we use optical pumping. And the second is the gas laser, whose example is helium ion laser. And there is a definitely spent question from Ruby laser and from the helium neon laser. Out of Ruby and helium neon laser, one question is definitely asked by the examiner. I think every time. Okay, so that is also very important. And laser section is very important because last time I think more than almost 20 mark questions has been asked in the laser section. Okay. And we discussed what is pumping. Can you tell me what is pumping? The raising a particle or electron or atom from a lower energy level to a higher energy level is called a pumping. Okay. Population inversion, you know. What is population inversion? Number of atoms are more in the higher energy level as compared to number of atoms in the lower energy level. And in mathematical way, we can say N2 greater than N1. Okay. Stimulated emission, you know. When any photon any photon interacts with the atom or electron present in the excited state, that causes the stimulated emission. Okay, laser you know light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. And what are the beautiful important characteristics of the laser? It is a highly monochromatic beam. It's a highly coherent beam. It is a highly coherent beam. It has a high intensity, low divergence. Its brightness is more as compared to the ordinary source of light. It is my humble request to all of you to please comment time, because जब आप बार-बार आते हो तो क्लास का बहुत डिस्टर्बेंस होती है. That is not something I think acceptable. Please comment time, especially the phosphorus one. Okay. Now today we will do the components of laser. Okay. So I will start from the components of laser. Components of laser. The first component is called the pumping. अगर pumping नहीं होगी तो laser नहीं होगी. If no pumping is there, no laser. Okay, the starting point is called a pumping. So I will start from pumping. The second point is called a laser medium or active medium or active centers. And the last but not least is called a optical resolution. Optical resolution. Okay. Okay, pumping you know. I think we will discuss much more about the pumping. Okay, pumping is a mechanism. Pumping is the mechanism by which we excite electrons from low energy level to the high energy level. So this is called a pumping mechanism. Pumping involves a photon. This is a photon. This is a photon of band gap energy. Of a band gap. Pumping is the mechanism by which we inject photons. Okay, we inject this in photons, and as a result, the atoms in the ground state, they will absorb this energy and jump from low energy level to the high energy level. Okay, so this is, I think, very simple process. Okay, the second one is called a laser medium. That is most important. What is laser medium? Okay, laser medium. The laser medium involves the active medium. Let us say this is our laser medium. Laser medium involves the atoms or molecules which are responsible for the laser action. Okay, let us say this is laser medium. These are the atoms. These dots are the atoms. Okay, laser medium involves the atoms or molecules which involves the laser action. See, I will give you the example. Let us say, for example, ruby laser. The composition of the ruby laser is called aluminium. It is comprised of aluminium oxide doped with the chromium oxide. So the laser action is just happens due to the chromium ions only. So this chromium ion is called these chromium ions are called active centers. Active. Okay, now see, this is called laser medium. This is called laser medium. This is called active medium, and this is called active centers. Are you getting my point? Laser medium involves aluminium oxide plus chromium oxide. Aluminium oxide doped with chromium oxide, and in this laser medium, this chromium oxide is the active medium, and out of chromium oxide, chromium ions, violate. डेली का काम है क्या समझो देखना अभी टाइम है इस टाइम 9:50 and these chromium ions are called active centers. These chromium ions are called active centers. So the laser action is just takes place due to the chromium ions only. Similarly, I will give the example of gas laser. This is called a solid state laser. And the second example is the gas laser. Gas laser involves helium neon laser. Helium neon laser is called a active medium. Helium neon laser is the active medium. Okay, these are in the gaseous state, and out of helium and neon are the active centers. Neon are the active centers, and active centers are responsible for the laser action. Are you getting the point? Helium neon is called a laser medium or active medium, and neon atoms are called active center, which are responsible for the laser action. समझ आ रहा सबको? International, are you getting this point? Michael, Benedict, okay. So this is the whole story. This is the whole story about the laser medium, active medium or active center. Now we come to the third point. The third point is called the optical attenuator. It's called the optical attenuator. Now see, what is optical attenuator? It is basically comprised of a two-plane mirror. It is basically comprised of the two-plane mirror placed coaxially. तो यहाँ पे मैं देता हूँ. This is called a laser medium. Okay. Now the laser medium is in between the two parallel mirrors. Okay, two plane parallel mirrors. And in this laser medium, these dots are called active centers. These dots are called active center, and this is called M1. This is called N2. Okay, M1 is a partially reflecting mirror. M1 is the partially reflecting mirror. M1 is called a partially reflecting mirror. And this is called a completely reflecting mirror, 100%. Completely reflecting mirror, 100%. And we obtain the laser output, across the partially reflecting mirror. So this is basically the setup of the optical resonator. This is basically the setup of the optical resonator. And the space between the two mirrors is also called the resonant cavity. This is also called the resonant cavity. Okay. So the optical resonator is a combination of a two-plane parallel mirror. Okay, two-plane parallel mirror, which is used to obtain the stimulated emission by oscillating the light back and forth, by oscillating the light between the two mirrors. Okay, तो मैं दोबारा बनाता हूँ इसको बड़े लेवल पे, ठीक है, बड़ा डायग्राम बनाता हूँ. So let us, I now will explain the optical resonator. This is a sample diagram. Optical resonator. Okay. This is called a partially reflecting mirror. Okay, and this is called a laser medium. This is called a laser medium. This is called a laser medium. The laser medium is inserted between the two plane parallel mirror, and these atoms are called active center. बना लीजिए, ठीक है। फिर एक्सप्लेन करते हैं। बनाइए इसको। This is called M1. This is called M2. Okay. This is called active centers. This is called a laser medium active centers. Okay, so let us say these are called lost photons. बना लिया? You can make the take. You can take a clip of this. This is also important. This is a component of lasers. Okay, let us start. See, this setup is called setup consists of basically laser medium, active medium, and optical resonator. Okay, so please write what is optical resonator. The optical resonator is a setup which is used to obtain amplification of stimulated photons, which is used to obtain amplification of stimulated photons by oscillating them back and forth between the two extreme limits. By oscillating them back and forth between the two extreme limits. Stop. It consists of two plane or concave mirrors placed coaxially.
Repeat करें।
It is a setup. Optical is a setup which is used to obtain amplification of stimulated photons by oscillating them back and forth between the two extreme limits. It consists of two plane or concave mirror placed coaxially. Now see, what is the first section? Let us say the first section is pumping. We have done the pumping, and as a result of pumping, what will happen? We obtain a population inversion. See, once the population inversion is set up, what would happen? Then a stimulated emission will start. But how the stimulated emission will start? Now see, first the spontaneous emission will happen. And that spontaneous emission photon will further leads to a stimulated emitted photon. And see, these photons are the stimulated emitted photons. See, one give rise to 2 and 2 give rise to a 4. Okay, one photon will give rise to a two stimulated photons, and 2 photons will further give rise to a 4 further give rise to a 8, and 8 photons will further give rise to a stimulated 16, and by so forth we are getting 2 raised to power n number of photons, and that are the stimulated emitted photons. stimulated photons. Similarly, when these photons will passing through this laser medium, what will happen? They will excite the other atoms which are present in the excited state to de-excite simultaneously. So as a result, so one photon will give rise to two photons, and two photons will give rise to a 4, and 4 and further gives rise to a 8. ये एक वैसी बात है जैसे मैंने एग्जांपल दी थी कि फॉर एग्जांपल एक बच्चे का मन है कि मैंने मूवी देखना है, तो एक बच्चा क्या करता है कि दूसरे बच्चे को बनाता है कि आप मेरे साथ मूवी देखने चलो। तो पहले का मूवी देखना स्पॉन्टेनियस है, पर दूसरे का क्या है, स्टिमुलेटेड है। तो एक 1 से 2 हुए और वो दोनों की डायरेक्शन क्या होगी, सेम रास्ता होगा, सेम थिएटर होगा। एंड 2 फर्दर गिव राइज टू विल स्टिमुलेट टू दी 2 अदर स्टूडेंट्स, है ना, कि आप हमारे साथ चलो। 2 से कितने हुए, 4, 4 से 8। तो सिमिलरली ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दिस एटम्स का भी ऐसे बिहेवियर रहता है। एटम्स भी साथ नहीं मतलब अकेले नहीं चलते, साथ साथ चलते हैं। और जब वो साथ साथ चलते हैं, व्हाट विल हैपन, दे विल गिव राइज टू अ highly coherent beam. Okay, now see, all these photons are traveling parallel. Okay, now see, I have shown some of the photons here. It may be happen that some of these spontaneous photons, they are not travel along this direction, and they travel independently. So such photons are called loose photons, because they will not come back into the laser medium. Now see, when these photons will travel, they will further give rise to a number of stimulated photons, and when these photons will strike to this mirror, that is called a M1, and M1 is called a partially reflecting mirror. So what will happen when they will strike, when they will incident at this mirror? So see, some of the light will get reflected back, and some of the light will transmit, and the transmitted light will give us the laser output, while the reflected light will again goes back into the laser medium, and this reflected light will further give rise to a stimulated emission, and they will go to the mirror M2. They will after passing through the laser medium, they will go to the incident at the mirror M2, which is completely a reflecting mirror. So what would happen when they strike with this mirror M2? So the whole light will reflected back in the laser medium. And as a result, the number of stimulated emitted photons goes on increasing at each and every point of reflection by the mirror M1 and M2 simultaneously. Okay, and this process continues. So the light will travel. So this is the oscillation of light. This which is called oscillation of this is basically back and forth motion. This is a back and forth motion of light, or we can say the light is oscillating. The light is oscillating between two parallel mirrors. Okay, so this is called the oscillation of light. This is called the oscillation of light between the two plane parallel mirrors. Okay, and as a result we get a continuous laser light at the output, and that is why it is also called a loser. Okay, it is also called a loser. Loser means loser means light. Light oscillation by stimulated emission of radiation. तो हम लेजर को लूजर से भी रिप्लेस कर सकते हैं. So we can replace laser by a loser. In the laser, this A stands for amplification and this O stands for the oscillation. Now you understand how the light get amplified. आपने पूछा था ना क्वेश्चन, लाइट कैसे एम्पलीफाई हो रही है? How the light get amplified? The light get amplified by this oscillation. Because the light is oscillating between the two plane parallel mirrors, and every oscillation, its magnitude gets increases. Okay, so the amplification means the increase of magnitude. Okay, amplitude get increase. Okay, so this is also called a loser. So A can be replaced by O. This is also a pet question in the capacity of 2 marks. In the laser, can we replace A by O? Okay. in the laser, can we replace A by O? The answer is yes. We can replace A by O because A stand for amplification and O stand for oscillation. Write the full form of laser: light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. Write the full form of laser: light oscillation by stimulated emission of radiation. Now see, this amplification has been achieved at the cost of this oscillation. If there is oscillation, then and only then amplification is there. If there is no oscillation, amplification will not be achieved. Are you getting your point? हिंदी वालों को बता रहा हूं, अगर ऑसिलेशन ही नहीं होगी लाइट की, अगर लाइट ऑसिलेट नहीं करेगी, तो क्या लाइट एम्प्लीफाइड होगी? फिर तो ऑर्डिनरी लाइट रहेगी. Are you getting your point? So that is the difference. That is what is also called a loser. So write the full form of loser: light oscillation by loser stand for light oscillation, L for light, O stand for oscillation, S stand for stimulated, E stand for emission, and R stand for radiation. Okay. So in the full form, I can say this would become a light oscillation by stimulated emission of radiation. That is called a okay. I get your point. So this is the overall setup. This is the how we obtain the laser light across this partially reflecting mirror. And this also explains this model also explains the concept of loser. So see, why it is called a feedback? These photons are also called a feedback photons because we are again injecting these photons to the laser medium, to the active medium, so that we can obtain the enhanced stimulated emission. Okay, in this laser medium, in this laser. Okay, and sir, these photons are the lost photons. These photons are those photons which are not come back in the laser medium. Okay, now these photons travel parallel to these photons travel parallel. Okay, these photons travel parallel to the principal axis of mirror. These photons travel parallel to the principal axis of the mirror, and by this they get the oscillation between the two parallel mirrors, and we get the continuous laser light at the end of the partially reflecting mirror. So this is the overall working of the components of laser. Any doubt on this part? Any doubt? Okay. Now I will move further to the obstacle feature cluster. This is very important. Okay. Now I will again explain to the 3-level lasers. See, L A S E R. LASER. L O S E R. Okay. Now we can replace A by O. We can replace A by O. This question will definitely ask for exam. In the capacity of 2 marks. We can replace A by O. A stands for amplification. O stands for the oscillation. Okay. So this will be the right number. And the loser is basically light oscillation. This is called a light oscillation by stimulated emission of radiation. This is called a light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. So A can be replaced by where A stands for amplification and O stands for oscillation. Or C. Okay. Now I will explain the 4-level laser. 4-level laser or energy level diagram of ideal laser. How much time is left?
बहुत पे आई
Energy level diagram of an ideal laser. एनर्जी लेवल डायग्राम ऑफ एन आइडियल लेजर. ठीक है, इसको ध्यान से देखिए जरा. एनर्जी लेवल डायग्राम ऑफ एन आइडियल लेजर. नाउ सी 3-level laser contains 3 levels, 2-level laser contains 2 levels, and the 4-level laser contains the 4 levels. Okay, so नाम ही बताता है ना, the name itself suggests it contains the 4 energy levels. So I will start from this. This is energy level 1. Okay, this is called the E1. This is called the E2. This is called the E3. This is called the E4. And this E1 is called the ground state. And this E4 is called the excited state. This E3 is called a meta stable state. Okay. Now see, what's the lifetime of the atoms in the ground state? What's the lifetime of the atoms in the ground state? Infinite. What's the lifetime of the atoms in the excited state? Of the order of 10⁻⁻8 seconds. 8 or कुछ books ये लिख दिया 10⁻⁻10 seconds. Okay. What's the lifetime of the atoms in this state? 10⁻⁻3 seconds. Okay. Now see, can you tell me what is the amount of energy required for the excitation of the atom from level 1 to level 4?
E1 minus E4.
E4 minus E1. E4 minus so I need. So this is the incident photon. This is the incident photon. और इस mechanism को क्या बोलते हैं? This mechanism is called a pumping. This mechanism is called a pumping. Okay. Now see, this photon must have the energy equal to the energy difference between the two levels. What is the energy difference? E4 minus E1 is equal to H. E4 minus E1. So this photon possesses the energy of E4 minus E1. Only the E4 minus E1 energy photon will excite the electron from low energy level to the higher level. Any doubt from this part? Any doubt? This is also called a UL. This is also called a LL. UL means upper laser level. UL means upper laser level. LL means lower laser level. And sometimes this E4 is also called E. This E4 is also called E. Why it is called E? E means excited state, and E1 is sometimes called G. G means ground state. E1 or G1 is one and same thing. E4 or E1 and something. E3 is also called UL, and E2 is also called LL. What is UL? What is UL? Upper laser level. What is LL? Lower laser level. Okay. Now see, what will happen? This energy photon, E4 minus E1 energy photon, will transfer the electron from ground state to the excited state. Now what will happen? Now see, this state has a very small lifetime of the order of 10⁻⁻8 seconds. So the atom will spend out this fraction of time, and what will happen? They will de-excite. They will de-excite after spending this time to a new energy state, which is called E3, and this E3 state is called a metastable state, which has a lifetime of the order of 10⁻⁻3 seconds. What is the energy difference? E4 minus E3. What's the energy difference? E4 minus E3, and this energy difference E4 minus E3 will be radiated in the form of heat. So this transition is called non-radiative transition. This transition is called a non-radiative transition or decay. Non-radiative transition or decay. Okay, because the electron jump from a higher energy level to the lower energy level from E4 to E3. And see, this E4 and E3 levels are very close to each other. So this energy difference is very small. And this energy difference will appear in the form of heat. Now what will happen? All the atoms will accumulate at this state. All the atoms will accumulate at this state. Now what will happen? This metastable state has a large lifetime. After spending this time, there is a population. Now see, population inversion has been set up. Now see, population inversion has been set up between the two levels, between the E3 and E2. Population inversion has been set up between E3 and E2. Between E3 and E2. It means what is the population inversion condition for this laser?
E3 is greater than
N3 must be greater than population inversion condition for this laser is क्या होगा? N3 must be greater than N2. N3 must be greater than N2. N3 must be greater than N2. I mean to say atoms in the state E3 must be higher than the atoms in the E2 state. Now see. Now, once the population inversion has been set up between these two levels, then stimulated emission between these two levels takes place, and we will get a laser light. We will get a laser light across these two levels. E3 and E2. Can you tell me what is the energy of this photon or this laser light?
E3 minus E2.
कितनी energy होगी? E3 minus E2. So we are getting a E3 minus E2. And see, now this photon cannot be used for the pumping. Why? Because this photon has different energy and this E4 minus E14 has a different energy. So automatically the radiation trapping problem gets solved. So we will not observe the radiation trapping problem in the 4-level laser. Now see, now the atom will accumulate at this place, and from this level E2 they will immediately come back to the ground state. And by this way the laser action works. Okay. After coming back to this state, what will happen? Again there is a continuous pumping. They will again ready for excitation from level E to level 4, then the level 4 to 3, 3 to 2, 2 to 1. But the important point is we obtain a population inversion between these two levels E3 and E2, and the condition is N3 must be greater than N2. I will write here N3, I will write here N2, this is N1, this is N4. So the population inversion condition is N3 must be greater than N2. This condition has to be sustained. And that is why it is called upper laser level and this is called a lower laser level. So we will always obtain the laser light between the UL and LL. And energy of this photon is E3 minus E2, which is different from the incident energy. Now can you tell me the efficiency? What's the formula of efficiency? क्या था फॉर्मूला एफिशिएंसी का? साक्षी क्या फॉर्मूला था एफिशिएंसी का? व्हाट्स द फॉर्मूला ऑफ एफिशिएंसी? पढ़ के आए हो आप लोअर क्लासेस से? एफिशिएंसी क्या होती है? कितना खाया, खा के हमने कितना काम किया, तो क्या होगा फिर? सिंपल बता दिया ना. एफिशिएंसी मींस कितना हमने इंटेक लिया और उस इंटेक के अगेंस्ट हमने कितना काम किया. 2 रोटी खाई है तो 2 रोटी के मुताबिक काम करेंगे, 4 रोटी खाई है तो 4 रोटी के मुताबिक काम करेंगे. ठीक है. तो व्हाट्स द फॉर्मूला इन साइंटिफिक वे एफिशिएंसी? बताइए एफिशिएंसी का फॉर्मूला क्या होता है? व्हाट्स द फॉर्मूला फॉर एफिशिएंसी माइकल? यस, आउटपुट डिवाइड बाय this is the standard formula. For any kind of for any kind of I think device or any kind of physics or any kind of. So this is the basic formula: output energy divided by input energy. Output energy divided by input energy. Now what is output energy? This is defined by eta. This is defined by eta. Now the frequency is, efficiency is eta. What is output energy? What is output energy?
A3 minus A.
Yes, this is the output energy and this is the input energy. कितना आया?
A3
कितना बताओ? बच्चे कितना आया? ध्यान इधर आपका. E3 minus E2 divided by E4 minus E1. So this is also called a quantum efficiency. This is also called a quantum efficiency. Output energy divided by input energy. E3 minus E2 divided by E4 minus E1. This is called a quantum efficiency. Any doubt from this part? Now you can take a look of this. This is very important. This is very important. 4-level laser. 4-level laser is very important. Why 4-level laser is better than the 3-level laser? Because in the 4-level laser we obtained a sustained population inversion. We obtained a sustained population inversion between the two levels UL and LL. Between the level UL and LL. UL stands for upper laser level and LL stands for the lower laser level. Okay. Now see, this level is a sharply defined level. This level is a sharply defined level. Okay. Now see, at the input side, let us say I have this device. This device is called a pumping device. Now this pumping device will emit frequencies of will emit a different frequencies photons. This device will emit a different frequencies photon. Different frequencies photons means different energy photons. And see, this system will absorb only those photons whose energy is equal to E4 minus E1. मान लीजिए, मैं आपको बताता हूँ, मान लीजिए ये जो फोटोन है, ये छोड़ रहा है 10 से लेकर 20 यूनिट तक. ये क्या छोड़ रहा है? 10 से लेकर 20 तक. लेकिन हमारा सिस्टम कौन सा absorb करेगा? Let us say this system emit light of frequencies variation from 10 to 20 units. From level 10 to 20 units. But our system is suitable only for the 10 units because this E4 minus E1 is equal to, let us say this E4 minus E1 is equal to 10 units. So rest of the energy, so the rest of the frequencies will not absorb. So this is not an efficient pumping. So this is not a efficient pumping. So for the efficient pumping, what we do? We need a band. We need a band in the excited state. We need a band in the excited state as compared to the sharp defined energy level. Now see what would happen. When it will be a band, what will happen? Let us say this absorb 10 units energy photon and this will absorb a 11. This will absorb a 12. It means all the frequencies which is emitted by this pumping device, then all the frequencies get absorbed by this system, and this will be efficient pumping. This will be a efficient pumping, and for efficient pumping, let us say this photon. So this photon H2 will be equal to E4 minus E1. E4 minus E1 plus delta E. This is used for the efficient pumping. Let us say this delta E is the width. This delta E is the energy width. This delta E is the energy width of this band. Energy width of this band. If this condition is satisfied, then we will obtain a efficient pumping. We will obtain a efficient pumping. Are you getting my point? समझ आया? अगर मान लो एक ही लेवल है तो एक ही पूरी फ्रीक्वेंसी अब्सॉर्ब होगी. अगर मान लीजिए 10 लेवल्स है तो कितनी फ्रीक्वेंसी अब्सॉर्ब होगी? 10. तो इसका मतलब 10 एटम्स नीचे जाएंगे, नीचे से ऊपर जाएंगे. आर गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? पहले कितने जा रहे थे? एक जा रहा था. अब कितने जा रहे हैं? 10 जा रहे हैं. तो उससे हमारा एमिशन बढ़ेगा कि कम होगा? बढ़ेगा. आर गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? So for efficient pumping we use this energy of photon must be E4 minus E1 less than or equal to E4 minus E1 plus delta E. This condition has to be satisfied. Moreover, this condition has to be satisfied for the efficient pumping. So that we can absorb all these different photons. So that we can absorb all the different energy photons which is emitted by a pumping device. Now you can take a pic of this. This is very, very important. Okay, 4 level laser. So any doubts on this part? हिंदी वालों को इंटरनेशनल बेनेडिक्ट माइकल जोसेफ, आर यू गेटिंग ऑल द पॉइंट्स? हिंदी वालों को समझ आया? बांग्ला वालों को समझ आया? हाँ जी, पंजाबी को समझ आया? पंजाबी है ना? ठीक है, 4 लेवल लेजर में हमारा जो कि है इसमें पॉपुलेशन वेस्ट क्या होता है हमारा बहुत अच्छा होता है. दैट इज व्हाई इट इज बेटर देन द 3 लेवल लेजर. तो समटाइम्स द क्वेश्चन कैन बी आस्क्ड how 4 level laser is better than the 3 level laser. So you have to explain all those things. Okay. So any doubt of this part? Thank you so much. Thank you.